All right. Okay. Tribal Council, let's get started. We are here on November 3rd. It's 9:04 a.m. for the regular Tribal Council meeting. Call to order at 9:04 a.m. Trey, would you say an opening prayer for us, please?
Yep. Better morning, lost of bless the families. Youngest to oldest. Guidance that we might have. Next generation of thinkers, leaders that continue guiding them and making a path for themselves. Help them along the way. Watch over all of our elders here in our community that continue looking on, that they can share that knowledge with us, that we can go and seek that knowledge to farm it. Over our lives here, all of our, when they're in the water, that they're air, that they're in our nature, and all that they can be plentiful for us. And also watch over our leadership, that we all continue to make the right decisions on behalf of our membership for many years to come. And also watch over our mourners again. That it's a tough time for our tribe whenever we lose loved one one last day. One thing, anything I forgot to mention, I say take care of that for me. Skip you.
Thank you, Trey. Agenda. We have some additions.
We're in an addition.
Ron, I'd like to add a donation request from Cassie Lucia.
Okay. Add that on Tribal Council items. Number 3. CK. Was that what you had here?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
How about this resolution we have here? Is that, add that, or is that in the packet? Okay. And we have a resolutions for approval. Land lease, roads department, equipment storage shed.
Yeah, we did that.
Oh, yeah.
What was that last one?
Yeah.
I'm saying. No other additions? Besides the CK donation request? None? The motion to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
Motion by Rita. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Eugene. Any objections? Discussion? Comments? No objections? Motion passed 7-0-0. Thank you. We're reading of the minutes, October 21st, 2025, mid-monthly Tribal Council meeting minutes. We have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Motion by Eugene, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trey. Any objections? No objections? Any discussion? None? No objections, motion passed 7-0-0. October 27, 2025, Law Enforcement and Fire Department report meeting minutes. We have a motion by Eugene, is there a second? Second by Rona. Any objections? Discussion? None? Motion passed 700. October 28, 25, Treasurer's Report meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Tori, is there a second? Second by Huge. Any objections, discussion? No objections, no discussion, motion passed 700. Thank you. Ratification signatures. Ratify 5 signatures. First one is approval, $500 for food allowance for the funeral of DP Funo due to being a non-tribal member. Is there a motion to ratify?
Motion to ratify.
Motion by Tori, a second by Teresa. Discussion, any objections? Motion passed 700. Adopt a resolution 25-269, authorization and approval of title self-governance compact funding agreement, tribal transportation program, amendum and related agreements with the Secretary of Interior. Motion by Tori, is there a second? Second by Ronite. Discussion? Objections? Motion passed 700. Thank you. That's it for the ratifications. Old business, fiber project, contract and resolution. Joy Johnson's here with us.
Sent it out, but I don't believe it, I didn't get it to Anna to have it in the packets. It came later on Friday, so, essentially, it's to move forward. I do want to share with you, as we met with the contractor, in going over the notice of the award and the details in the contract, and with Olson, we're probably looking at a change order. We won't know how much it will be. They were looking at where they'll run the line across to it that would make it harder to pull the actual fiber through the conduit line. So we'll be meeting with the supplies person tomorrow. So that amount is likely to change slightly, but that shouldn't affect the construction contract from what I understand. So the other thing they shared with us, our understanding had been that there would not be a subcontractor, but it does sound like there'll be, if I'm wrong, Brandon, thank you for joining us, a subcontractor. They haven't shared the name. I think they're solidifying that at this point between two, and that's, so we'll need to vet them, but it sounded like there was a Pinpoint was the company that they were gonna have for a sub. I'm gonna guess they're the ones who are gonna put the fiber together.
Turnkey.
Turnkey, thank you. I knew I was getting that wrong. So once we have that detailed information, we'll vet those folks so that we have that in the file. Other than that, I think we're ready to move, as long as you guys are ready to move forward. And they're ready to actually get started right away. Once we have the contract in place, we'll probably look at doing a signature piece in order for them to waive the 30 days to make the contract effective to get started, because I think there's a 30-day period in there, and they were open to that, but we want to solidify with the equipment conversation that will occur tomorrow, right? Before we moved on that. So I just wanted to make you aware.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to adopt the resolution to approve. I don't have it in front of me, but it really sounds good, Joy.
Resolution number?
I'm checking on that. I think we're at 15.
What number?
15.
15?
We're at 16.
2616. There's a motion by Lorelei to adopt resolution 2616. Approval of the construction contract between the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska and Bauer Underground Incorporated related to the Winnebago Tribe Broadband Connectivity Project. There's a second.
Make that a second, Coley. Chairman,
Motion by Lorelei, a second by Teresa. Any objections? Discussion? None? Motion passed 700. Thank you.
Thank you. You saw Bauer in town doing the intranet, and they're ready to roll. So here in town is the start of the project. So you'll be seeing some things happening fairly soon.
Yep.
Exciting is right. Yes.
About 2
Brandon's
years.
been waiting 25 years.
I think we all have been. Long time coming.
You guys have in this contract a completion date of somewhere between August of 2027. But obviously, we're gonna get that line to Winnebago first.
Yep.
Get you
Yes.
guys all sorted out to
Yes.
get from there.
Yes.
What's the, I guess, rough timeline for that? For us to be up and running here.
And they did not give us that.
Okay.
You'll see in the milestones in the contract that was shared with you, it kind of starts, and it kind of has percent of the project that will be completed. So it'll happen in phases. So they'll do the part that goes in the streets and that initially. And one of the things that will get out here shortly, and actually, I didn't grab that to send it to Christina. We could actually do a test run with you if you'd like. I don't know what your time is today to do that, to look at the service line agreement. We've worked with Mark Stout in the planning office on the data center to put together, what do they call it, some kind of fish.
Laserfish.
Laserfish.
Kind of a electronic form, basically.
So it has a QR code, and we also have a web link to it, and you'll be able to go on. Brandon's looking at having the DHD do a test as well this week to kind of test it out. Mark did a couple test runs to show us in the workflow that will happen with that. So they'll be doing the infrastructure, but we need to engage the community, anybody that owns a piece of property that would be connected to the house, that type of thing, will need to sign off on the service line agreement to get it from the street to the house. And then the next phase after that will be, Brandon will have staff that will take that connection on the outside of the house, provide a modem in the house, so it will actually function in their home, in everyone's home. So it's kind of a 3-step process at this point. But they'll be doing the primary infrastructure pieces right away. They're wanting us to do as many of the service line agreements as possible in Winnebago so that they can start that connecting people's homes sooner rather than later. So we're looking at how that campaign will fly out. We talked about billboards. It'll be on the website for the project, but we talked about potentially having a table or something, a poster or something, so folks will be able to actually click on that, having it available at the school by the gym during basketball games, especially when the school's having a game with Homer and Wakefield, Pender, that type of thing, because those are the communities that will be engaged to need to have a service line agreement. So that way they'll have it kind of in their face, so to speak, to get that going. We'll be talking with Garen's crew about getting it on the electronic billboard down by the planning office. So that'll be the next kind of phase thing to engage the community. So that way you can see that coming. Since we didn't put it up, I will email you the link. And it'll have the QR code in that so that you can all give it a try this week before we turn it on. But the idea is it'll turn on the end of this week, beginning of next week. Is that?
It's pretty much ready to roll. It's just kind of when we get through the testing phase, wanted to like do one at my house. You can take pictures and things and kind of show them if you know where you want it on your house, or if you know where things are at, you can include pictures to avoid things or whatnot.
So it won't be necessarily signing up for the service, but that gets us all the way up to your house. And then the next part would be signing up for actual service when we're getting closer to that.
The form also allows, we hadn't thought of that before, but it has a comment place. So if you got a mean dog, it'll let the construction guys go. So when they complete the service line agreement, it comes in through Brandon's office to look at it, make certain it's okay, and that that person actually owns the property. They'll verify that. And then it goes on to the construction company so that they can make that line connection. So
And then we'll also import that into our mapping platform so we can kind of keep track of which houses have been signed one and things like that, and which kind of keep track of progress, basically.
I know I've asked you guys probably plenty of times, but I know I might make a more private meeting, however you guys think of it, but a business, you know, kind of like the scale, the model, you know, where we want, what does
Yep.
this corporation need to look like? You know, is it a standalone travel program, you know, those debates.
Kind of working with, kind of backtracking again, we had reached out to a couple different companies or entities on the business plan side. Palo Alto Engineering was one of them. They're owned by a tribe and they've done kind of business in Indian country. And then another guy, he was working for a different firm at the time, but has since retired. His name's Doug Kite. He's been an advocate on Broadband for Indian country and kind of part of NTTA. At that time, he was willing to and is still willing to do our business plan. And then Palo Alto actually, they said, we can give you guys numbers, but we would, if you're working with Doug, we would just recommend you guys keep working with Doug. So, I mean, kind of feel like we have somebody nailed down, if you will. Just need to engage and kind of get him started. And I feel like we're probably overdue, but at the same time, probably now's a good time as well.
now's the time to put the details. So we got the business plan in place. It just needs more relevant data to this type of business. And it takes somebody with that expertise of the folks that Brandon has just mentioned to put that detail in it so that you feel comfortable. Because it's going to be really quick, we're going to need to establish what the actual rate is going to be. And so we did some preliminaries on that, that would support the amount of staff that Brandon felt he needed. But we need to verify that, I guess is what I'm saying. So you've got a layperson like myself that had pulled those numbers and figures together. Just need that upper level of expertise to make
Obviously, you got that, the
solid.
sooner the better, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
For sure, yep, yep, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
council.
I have one question. Will this, is there potential for Homer and Wakefield to feed off these lines?
They will feed off
Yeah,
these
And they
lines.
will, the
Yep.
whole community, so it's
Yep.
benefit
The whole community of
communities.
Emmer, so the villages you want to think about is Winnebago and Homer on this east end. And then we've got Emerson, Thurston, and then Wakefield. And we picked up
Dakota City
Homer,
as well.
no,
We run through there right now.
Okay.
We already had a provider there already, but there's potential there for us to build out, yeah.
the line will be going through town and I think they would be receptive. They actually, we couldn't do it with this money, but they wanted us to run a line out to their water treatment plant, which is a mile south of town. But we double checked and we can't use this particular set of funding in order to do that.
Room for expansion.
Yeah, we could,
Yes.
again, down the road, we could get back to that water plant for them.
And there's a tie-in to go down the road that we didn't go. To splice it and go on down, so. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I do.
Yes.
This is Lorelei. I'm up there as Indian. Oh, I'm glad I see that. Sometimes it says native. But, we're gonna be, these guys, if they wanna use our line, we're gonna charge them, right?
That'll be, yeah, part of the leasing and things like that on the
Yeah.
business side and or on the
And
dark
any,
fiber side.
yeah, and any of these other villages and stuff, we're happy to oblige, but we also have to, they have to, whatever our fee is.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the plan, so.
I guess that was one, and a tax possibly? No? Yes?
I feel like we'd have to probably, yeah, I think we'd probably want to. At least, I think
Do a
that's the
tax?
norm, like a tax off the reservation and things like that for customers.
There would, be, I would think that there would be, and that's part of what the
The business
business
would-
plan will address, but there will be like, I don't know that they'll do universal service because we're not doing phone, but the world is evolving. So I would anticipate that they would have a tax that we would collect and then have to reciprocate for those off the reservation particularly. So however those tax things work, I'm not a tax person, so.
We'll make sure we have that figured out though, for sure.
The other potential Brandon span, so you know, but we don't know how far this will go because of the line that will go under the river that connects the two states. It's not a common to have a line there, that we've been approached to do kind of some wholesale use of the line. So kind of roll from there. That's potential, and that'll need to be fleshed out through the business plan as to how that will.
Kind of, we refer to it as leasing the dark fiber, which isn't used right now. And then obviously you really want to make sure that they don't compete against us in any kind of way if we do decide to. And that'll probably be the legal jargon in there, the agreement.
So lots of potentials that we haven't even thought of on, so.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Okay, on old business, we were at number 2. Winnebago Tribe Police Department contract mod NNJI. NNJI is,
Steve Junos. I don't know who added this. I don't know, Darlin, if you're on, can you speak on this or know anything about this?
the National Native Justice Institute. Okay.
He submitted a revised plan as we already had some work in place that he didn't need to do. And so we were revising his agreement to add a few more trainings in there.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the modified contract for NJI?
Is this coming out of the startup costs or is this on us?
Yes, and it still stays within the actual agreed amount of 100,000 for contracting expenses. It still stays in that amount. We just had to revise pieces of it because some pieces we already had done. And so we're kind of extending it for some other pieces that we do need to implement.
A modification.
Okay, so make a motion to approve the contract.
I'll
for
second.
NNJI.
Motion by Eugene, and there was a second by Teresa. Discussion? Any objections? None? Motion passed 7-0. Enrollment Committee, enrollment survey approval. Anything from the enrollment department here? Enrollment department?
This is Shirley. I'm the
Shirley,
secretary
go
for the
ahead.
committee. So we did the pages that were recommended by council, and we worked closely with Mark and his department to just kind of get them the data, the laser feeds to do it. And so we worked closely with him, and so I just wanted to give him a shout out because he kind of took it from there. And there was other concerns about making sure that it's tribal members that are doing these surveys. And so we had a part where we can verify the last 4 of their enrollment number or by their name and their birthday, and so enrollment would be able to verify the ones that are just kind of like you can get the numbers put in there and kind of get in there and do the surveys. And so that should be fixed that way. And then we're also working with Derek Food's communication rollout. It'll be on the tribe's website, the enrollment part, and then up on the top where they kind of had the adoption ballot stuff. And so just trying to explore as many communication avenues as we can to get this out. And then we'll plan to mail it out to all of our off-reservation membership. And so just wanted to give you guys an update there that that's where we're at, and we plan to be at the community meal this week at the Veterans Powwow, set up with a booth.
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Okay. There was a motion to approve by Tori. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trey. Most importantly, good comment is on the last number 11. Do you have suggestions and input that you would like to share to be considered? That is part of it. That's good. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Question, Arisa?
So I think, I can't remember if it was at the table or if it was in the community, but are they gonna have to identify like their enrollment number in order to do this survey? Yeah, okay. That was all.
Yeah, I think there'll be a link for that laser fish. The enrollment committee is gonna put it out. That's part of the requirements. I think that's what I heard her say. I remember hearing that before, but it's an enrollment number and or name, birthday. But either way, it'll be linked, so that way it, because I asked the same question that you're asking the emails.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add some clarification that Moni and Karen, I believe, from the enrollment department will have access, so they are able to verify, because we wouldn't be able to verify those, but we did ask for Ramona to be allowed to access to verify those surveys that are coming in and making sure that they are tribal members taking them, and, it's not a waste of collecting data that isn't relevant to us. Thank you.
Okay, great. So there'll be some kind of verification that tribal members are doing the survey. Good. Any more discussion, comments? No objections? Any objections? Motion passed 7-0. Thank you. There's nothing under new business, so we go into tribal council items. Number 1 is TB, Regional Tribal Conservation Advisory Council. Trey.
Yeah, so with this, I've been calling the office and emailing I think her name is Jamie Thoen. I did talk to her previously at the water quality that we did up at EPD. She kind of mentioned this to me about possibly getting on this committee here, but obviously with the shutdown, I don't think they're working right now. But I still would like to pretty much get nominated for this on behalf of the Winnebago tribe. I just feel like I'd be a good asset with my background in ag and also, going to school for natural resources. I feel like I could kind of bridge that gap with the tribe and with pretty much the USDA or NRCS. But like I said, I reached out, but I haven't heard back. Obviously, with the shutdown, I think they're laid off. So I know there's a typo in here. It says November 8th, 2024, but it is November 8th, 2025. So I guess just kind of open for discussion, or if you guys are willing to nominate me to kind of proceed with this. But as I did mention, that, I haven't heard back from her, obviously, with the shutdown. So that's kind of just my worry right there. But yeah, the deadline is November 8th. And I believe, what is that, Saturday?
Coley, I'll make a motion to appoint Councilman Blackhawk to the USDA and RCS Regional Tribal Conservation Advisory Council.
I'll second.
Motion by Tori
And I have a comment too.
and second by Teresa to nominate Trey to the Regional Tribal Conservation Advisory Council. Comment, discussion by Tori. Go ahead.
I just want to thank Trey for his willingness to get on with these committees. These regional committees is a way that we can steer some of the work and be a part of the voice for our region. And so it's more work to get on some of these committees, but it's well worth your time because you'll get connected to other discussions, and you'll just learn a lot more that you can learn maybe in our own community or find connections. So I think that that will lead to other work, and Trey will find things that could add value to our tribe and table. So thanks, Trey.
And I will abstain just because.
Okay. Thank you for that comment. Is there any objections? Any discussion? One abstention by Trey. No objections. Everybody's in approval. Motion passed 601. Thanks, Trey, for volunteering and getting up. Look forward to something good, something new. Item 3 is a request for referral from CK.
Number two.
Okay, yeah, we jumped that. Sorry, hold on, Cassie. James Price Jr. work proposal to tribal council. What does the tribal council want to do with this today?
The little that I know about this request is, this quote that was given to the tribe a while back here was to ask to do some works on some elder homes, tree removals. And the last I remember leaving this was, it was the lack of funding source to be able to complete this work. I haven't been updated if there's a funding source identified to try to take care of this work that I'm aware of. I don't know if anybody else here has heard anything from, or I'm assuming it would be physical resources. So,
Eugene,
yes, ma'am.
I think we need to have, physical resources. Look at this
Mm-hmm.
with him and see if they have the funds. Because it would be under their department. So I think we should refer it to physical resources to work with them on this, if there's funding or not.
I'd agree with you there. And then, the last part of this, and again, I don't know if he's talked with anybody else, he mentions Isaac in here that he spoke with, but is he asking us to buy a new truck? Is that what this request is? Okay. Again, I don't think we have the resources, the funding resources for it, as much as we'd like to go help out our tribal members to help their businesses thrive, do those things. Like I said, I agree with Laura. I think we should just forward this to physical resources and see if they have identified any money to do these projects for our elders. But the purchasing of a truck is a big ask.
Yeah, it comes down to funding. There's not even no funding in senior home repair or anything right now. It's lacking funding, so we need to be nice if we had some to put into our senior home repair fund even, and probably cover some of this. It is coming to winter time, and believe me, I know how ugly it is with trees surrounding your home. So what should we do? Forward this to, table this, forward it to physical resources?
Yes, I'll make a motion to forward the request to physical resources. And they can work with us if they have the funding, but also to forward it to the small business at HCCDC, because he may be able to get a small business loan for this truck he needs, because it's for his business. So is that my motion?
Yeah. Motion to
Okay.
forward to physical resources and HCCDC.
I'll second.
Motion by Lorelei, second by Irita. Discussion? Any objections? Teresa, did you get that? Teresa, did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. No objections? Motion passed 700. Thank you. Now we are at item 3, CK.
Good morning.
Morning.
So I never submitted a request for referral before, so I apologize for the missing documents. But I was able to send Teresa the Facebook post for the shirt sales and the fundraisers that we did do. That's the only flyers that we did. We sold our shirts for Baby Mom exclusively on Facebook. And since we have started selling shirts exclusively for this fundraiser for us to travel to New York City for the Thanksgiving Day Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, we've made about 3,000. We just keep reinvesting in more shirts, but they're expensive. So we even upped the pricing of our shirts to try to offset the costs and get a bigger profit. Also, a lot of our shirts are shipped out, and that's really expensive. So we've made about 3,000. It's a big honor, and Baby Wom's the first person from Winnebago to be asked to dance and represent our people at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So we're, okay, sorry. A production company. So Larry Ozzie friended me on Facebook and asked for a call, and I knew he did shows and performances, but that's all I really knew from there. And so he called us and said that he runs Native Pride Productions out of Florida, and that he wanted to invite Baby Wom since he's seen him dance at Tamapalo this summer. He was really moved by how electrifying he is with the crowd, and it was really something. You know, I think that video from Tama is when he first went viral on social media. So he recognized that, and he said he wanted him to join the dance performance for Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So since then, he told us we couldn't announce it though, because he has to wait for Macy's to announce it, and then his production company will announce it, and then we can. And so that's been a little frustrating for us, just because of fundraising purposes. Of course, we're they're paying for myself and Wombley's flight and hotel for the specific days, but other than that, that's it. So it's really expensive, and we're taking our family there, and there's going to be a lot of other expenses that come up. So I really am, like I said, this is the first time I've asked the tribe for a matching of funds. So we're really excited. And like I said, this is something pretty big for our tribe. I requested a flag from Renaissance. I just have to go pick it up. So it'll be big, and they want to feature him, they said, in their 1 minute performance that they get towards the end.
Very good. Yes, that's coming together good. I was gonna recommend that we donate a flag too, but that's already in the process. And is there a motion to approve $1,000 donation? Motion
Mr.
by-
Chairman, I make that motion for the match.
Irita made the motion,
Oh, okay.
and Lorelei seconded it. It's a $1,000 donation. Wombly representing the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska. Any more discussion?
Abstain.
Tori?
Abstain.
Oh, abstain. We got one abstention by Tori. All in favor? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you very much.
Safe
Thanks for bringing in
travels,
Cam. Yeah,
Cassie.
safe travels. It's gonna be awesome. I'll be tuned
01.
in.
They're gonna do a send off. The school wants to do a send off. They will let you go.
Cool.
Actually, you get with finance and do a W-9, I don't know if you're in the system or.
Gonna watch the Macy Day Parade this year.
For sure. Good one.
Let's all watch the Macy Day Parade this year. I will. Okay, that's the end of the agenda. Motion to adjourn? Motion by Toy, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Rona? Any objections? No objections, motion passed 7-0-0. We're adjourned at 9:45 a.m.